Lord of the Mysteries. Chapter 1423. In modern day, 21. Looking at the young man with bright red eyes, I snap to my senses. The first thought I have is, what a waste of a handsome face. After 2 seconds, I become somewhat worried. Is this guy mentally challenged, or just simply mental? Is he the type of person who easily loses his way to the point that a missing report pamphlet is handed out the very next day? No, he answered me very fluently just now. He looks fine on the surface. Perhaps he's just bad with directions. Whoa! How can someone like this be allowed outside the house on their own? I hesitate for a moment before asking. Do you have your family's number? Do you need to give them a call? The man's expression instantly turns extremely ugly, giving off the feeling that he wants to bury his head in the ground. There's no need, he answers firmly. It was just a mistake. A mistake. I wasn't focused, as I was thinking about other problems. There's no need to explain, I immediately respond. Trying to explain it just shows your attempts to hide things, I add inwardly. Following that, I stand up, turn around, and point at the end of the road. Follow this path to the crossroads, then turn right, understand? Turn right. I move my right arm as I face the same direction as him. The man gloomily says, I'm not a juvenile. I'll concentrate this time. There definitely won't be a problem. I ignore his emphasis and instead remind him. If you encounter any more accidents, you can look for the police. I originally wanted to mischievously say, Mr. Policeman, but since he has already said that he isn't a juvenile, I'll just forget about it. However, is this guy living in some stage play? His choice of words are quite literal. Juvenile? Using the term primary school student would be more down to earth. The man falls silent for 2 seconds before taking a deep breath. Thank you. You're welcome. I suppress my urge to make a joke. After watching this guy walk far down the road, I sit back down and enjoy the barbecue. I have to say that meat kebabs have to have fat in order to be delicious. Otherwise, they need to be marinated. Otherwise, it would definitely be dry, woody, and tasteless. In this aspect, chicken skin is definitely the type of food that can take up the challenge. In my heart, it's better than pork belly. However, the chicken skin's quality is hard to guarantee. Some barbecue stalls use the kind that were frozen for God knows how long. As for the one I chose, I can be quite certain of its standards. I bite down on a piece of condiment-infused chicken skin that's been coated with grease. Combined with a mouthful of pineapple and the chilling taste of beer, I find this summer evening simply wonderful in a way that cannot be described. This pineapple beer isn't bad. It's refreshing and quenches my thirst. I'm completely engrossed in the food to the point that I even neglect my phone. Meat, chives, eggplant, and an iced beverage. As I take in this assortment of delicacies, the food in front of me decreases. Phew, nice. I rub my belly in satisfaction. In the next second, I start to have regrets. No, I have to control myself. What if I get fat? In the near future, I can only indulge myself once a month, no, once a week. While I'm in a dilemma, I look up and see a figure. He's wearing a 3-piece attire that isn't suited to proper nightlife. He has 2 bright red eyes. Almost at the same time, the figure seems to sense my gaze. He turns his head and casts his gaze at me. Me, him, why the F*** K are you back? Don't tell me that you got lost? The man stands by the roadside, neither advancing nor retreating. He seems to be embroiled in an intense inner struggle. I look around, but I don't see any patrolling policemen. I hesitate for a moment before standing up and walking towards the man. I've already paid for the barbecue when the kebabs were delivered, so the lady boss doesn't stop me from leaving. Why don't I take you there? I don't mention the fact that he's lost. As a person, one has to know when to joke and when not to. The man's expression changes. After a few seconds, he whispers, All right. Let's go. I turn and lead. Thank you? The wind nearly scatters his voice from behind. As I walk along the road to the crossroads, I casually chat. Which country are you from? You speak pretty good Mandarin. I'm a minority. The man hesitates for a moment before replying. Oh, no wonder. Which ethnic group are you from? How should I address you? I'm enlightened. The man walks to my side and falls silent for a moment before saying, My surname is Bai One. My name is Eileen. It's a nice name, just a little feminine. I tease. To be honest, a superficial joke like this definitely doesn't match the sarcasm in my heart. I've already given Bai Eileen a feminine nickname in my mind, Lin Lin, or Lin Lin. Bai Eileen ignores my joke and walks forward before turning left. Wait. Wrong. That's wrong. Over here. I quickly correct him. You really are a primary school student. Bai Eileen immediately turns around and follows me to take the right turn. I don't look at his face, and I don't say a word. I give him time to calm down, lest he gets angry. To be honest, who gave him the courage to come out in the middle of the night to look for a hospital with such a terrible sense of direction? Couldn't he just get a taxi? Or let his parents accompany him? After turning right, it's only a 50 to 60 meter walk. The hospital appears before us. This hospital isn't big. This is the inpatient building. If you go straight ahead, you'll see the emergency department and the outpatient building. Do you need me to bring you there? No need, I'm just going to the inpatient building. Bai Eileen is visibly relieved. Thank you. As he speaks, he takes out a simple brass key from his pocket. Strange. People actually use a key like that in this day and age? In actuality, it just appears like that on the surface. It's essentially a smart key? I don't probe further and wave. Goodbye. After walking for a few meters, I look back worriedly, only to find Bai Eileen gone. I can no longer see him on this road. It's as if he vanished into thin air. The hospital side door didn't open either. Could he have fallen into the sewers? I look over and realize that the manhole cover is fine. Perhaps he used the key to open the door and enter. Heh, the old man guarding the side door must be asleep, right? I shake my head and stop thinking about this. I head all the way home. I find myself feeling a little thirsty thanks to the barbecue, so I take out a cup from my room, open the fridge, and pour the cold water that has been chilled the entire day into the cup. This is a habit of mine during the summer. Before I head out in the morning, I boil a pot of water, pour it into the large container, and place it in the fridge. I can then drink it after work. Gulp. 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 I drink 2 glasses in a row and finally feel fine. After pouring another glass, I saunter back to my bedroom and sit at the computer table. As I sweep my gaze, I suddenly sense something amiss. The black notebook I bought this afternoon is laying open. I remember that before I went out for barbecue, it was clearly closed. Besides, I didn't open the windows for fear of mosquitoes. One, literally, white, in Chinese.